Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your favorite podcast. My name is Charlie, and I'm your host for yet another exciting week. We are back. Thank you so much to everybody that's showing support by subscribing. Make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any other episode that comes through, and be able to share. So your feedback and your contributions are always valid. All right, like every other week, my guest today is a distinguished international runway model. I would tell you what, former soccer player as well. I laughed about that. And she is an entrepreneur as well as social activist. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Universe 2018, Melba Shakaboja. How you doing?
Hi, Charlie.
Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yes.
One of the few that got it right.
One of the few, yeah? I'm sure your name shows people flames.
It does.
Yo.
Both names, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're always struggling, but I think I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
So when I'm telling someone like, oh, what's your name? It's like Melba, Melba.
That's it.
Yeah. I have to spell it out so at least they can try.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for coming through. You're looking great as usual.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, from the last time we had a conversation, a lot of things have happened, and we just thought, hey, why not we catch up? Yeah. So what you been up to lately?
I've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Almost everything. But at the same time doing nothing. Yeah.
Is that even a thing?
Doing too much, but not doing too much. So yeah, I've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
In the last we had an interview was 2 years ago.
2 years. Time flies. That was just right after Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, funny enough, hey, like I was just going through your profile, and like, what was your life like before 2018? Because I don't think I ever even knew you. What were you doing?
Before 2018, I was just this. I like to keep a low profile.
Yeah.
So I was like always quiet, always in the background. I used to do a few shows here and there.
Right.
But you would not still hear about me.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a student too by then. I was studying my radiology. So now I got my papers.
Yeah.
I finished school. So that's one of the things that I was doing in the past years. And I decided to start, life is hard in Lusaka.
I tell you, hey.
God is to make some money. So
I'm telling you. Lusaka will show you flames with bills. Yo.
every day, like you leave the house, 500 kwacha gone. You just step
Just
out of
open
your
the
gate.
gate.
You have to pay to breathe. So yeah, I started a few businesses. I have a shoe line, which is Bangis Couture. That's something that's growing. Coming up. You have to watch out for it. So if you see me with them pretty shoes for the ladies.
Yeah. Amazing stuff.
That's a flag.
I'm going to get into all of that, yeah? But, you know, I want to start it from the beginning for a lot of people that are actually watching you for the first time. When does the fashion and modeling bag bite you? Because I know for a fact that you actually played soccer in school. The shift, what happened? When did you discover, like, hey, listen, I want to do this?
Growing up, I've been many things. I was a tomboy at a time.
Yeah?
I used to play soccer. I was part of the swimming team. I played netball.
Yeah.
I did high jump.
Wow.
Did basketball too.
That's a lot of sport, eh? Mm-hmm. So either way, you could have been an athlete. If not, if not fashion.
If I decided to just pick it up and train on it, I would have been an athlete. Yeah. But I think I got lazy and I hate sweating. So I couldn't do much of that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So how'd you get into modeling? Who pushes you in there? Because most of the models I hear is like, my friend just pushed me. Like, hey, you look like one. You look the part. You can do it. How was it like for you?
I think growing up, somehow my family would always hint. I remember back then, while I was still with my dad, he would make me watch like maybe Miss Universe shows, Miss World.
Yeah.
And he was a big fan of Venezuelan girls.
Yeah.
He always said they were very pretty.
Wow.
And I remember at a point my brother would always say like, you look like one of these girls.
Right.
Like when you grow up, you should try this stuff. But I never really gave it a thought because I was very shy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why would I stand on a stage with all these people watching me?
At that point, if somebody came to you and told you that you definitely going to walk on that stage, would you have believed
laugh.
Yeah.
I would laugh like, nah, you're lying. That's not me.
Yeah.
I can't stand before so many people. So nah, that's nothing I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a far-fetched dream.
Is it?
Yeah. Until I grew up and I just wanted to give it a try. And of course, my family was always there to support.
Yeah.
So
was it like your first pageant, like one of those school pageants as well? Like,
I did a school pageant. I think I was in grade 11. And
Which school is that?
I was at Dominican Convent Secondary School
Where
back
is
in
that?
Ndola.
In Ndola. Oh, you
Yes.
grew up in Ndola?
Yes,
Ah, okay. Coppola chick.
of course.
Yeah.
So I did a pageant back in school. That was in 2011. That was Miss Valentine's.
Wow.
And I terribly lost.
Terribly.
Lost.
Yeah.
Emphasis on terribly lost. Because
Wow.
I had everything. My wardrobe was good.
Yeah.
I have the height. Everything is okay.
Absolutely. And I was about to ask like that. Who could beat you then?
I
Because you
just
have
couldn't
everything.
walk. Like, put me on stage, I just couldn't walk.
Wow.
I was that shy.
Wow.
So I couldn't do it and I lost.
Yeah.
So one of, like, I think two of my teachers were like, I actually believed in you when you're coming on stage. I thought you could do something, but I think you're shy. But if you take time and pursue this, you can actually do it.
Yeah. At this point, are you like, you know what? That's it.
No, he's just trying to make me feel better. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm from losing. At least someone must console me. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. So I finished school in 2012. 2013, there really wasn't much I was doing then. Waited for my results. And then 2014, I remember one day I was in town with my mom. I escorted at the salon. And I met a lady. I was walking in the corridors and I met a lady. She's like, oh, are you a model? I'm like, no. Would you like to try it? I'm like, I don't think so. It's like, okay, I know you wouldn't want to try, but here's my number. She gave me her card.
Yeah.
Here's my number. I'm having Miss Zambia auditions next week, Friday.
You lie.
Yes. If you, please, I want to see you there. I told her I can't walk. I can't talk before people. I can't do what you're asking me to do.
Yes.
And she said, no, please just come. When you come, I will teach you a few things. And if you don't like it, it's okay. I'll put you down. And if you do like it, we can go ahead with it. So I went back into the shop and I told my mom about it. And she was like, oh, okay. If you want to try it, go ahead.
Yeah.
And she got me a pair of shoes from Pep, some heels from Pep. I remember they were nude in color. And yeah, the week went down, and as the days moved, I was getting more nervous, more anxious.
Yeah.
Because now I've already told my mom about this, and she's gonna remind me to go.
Yeah.
So
and
Friday
you're thinking
came.
about it, it's just running through your head like, what's gonna happen now?
Why am I even going for this? So Friday came, I prepped myself, and I went for the auditions. And there was a couple of girls already in line.
Yeah.
And I sat to one tall lady like this, who was also there for an audition.
Yeah.
And then she's asking me, is this your first time? I'm like, yeah, I've never done this, what and what. She's like, oh, okay, no. I've done so-and-so pageants. I can help you with a few things. And that lady turns out to be Michelle Malambo.
For real,
Yes.
Mitchie, shout
That's-
out.
Yes, that's how
Yeah.
we met, me and her. So we met, and I think from then we just clicked, because everywhere we went, we were always together.
Yeah.
We did the audition. I was picked, and then we did the district pageant.
Yeah.
That's where me, her, and two other girls won.
Right.
And then we went for the provincial, and then it was me, her, and another third lady. We won. And then from provincial, we came to Lusaka now, the big thing, Miss Zambia Jubilee.
Yeah.
And
that
then
was a big one. That one.
That one was actually, I think, one of the biggest pageants that's
Exactly.
been held under Miss Zambia.
Yeah.
And I was here in Lusaka with girls from all these provinces. That's when they introduced Muchinga province. So now I have 10 provinces.
10.
And we're about 26 of us. And there I was.
And out of this, some people fall out along the way, right?
Yes. So
Yo,
from the
crazy.
26, they only needed, I think they needed 8. Or is it 8 or... No.
Whoa.
My numbers are not so good.
Already
I
the
think
numbers-
they needed 10 from the like one from each province. So that's the number they needed.
Yeah.
And after 2 weeks of us being in boot camp, the day came, the cut down day, moment of truth.
Yeah.
So I remember before I went for my interview, I called my mom back home. I'm like, hey, so we're having our cut down today, because my family was still back on the Copper Belt then.
Yeah. I might be coming home.
Yeah. No, I'm like, we're having our cut down today, so please, you can start off coming to pick me up.
Yeah.
I expected my mom to start driving to Lusaka just to come pick me up.
Right.
Then she's like, okay, do what you have to do, and if they don't pick you, we'll start off coming to get you. I'm like, sharp? Okay, cool. And I did my interview, and from Copperbelt province, they picked Michello. And I was really ecstatic, like, oh, my friend is doing this. I was really happy. And I wasn't among the first pick. So Madam Elizabeth calls us back, like, due to popular demand and some of you have done really well, we've decided to add 2 extra people.
Yo.
Yes. And my name was first to be announced. And I couldn't do anything. I just cried.
Wow.
I just started crying.
From
like
almost being left out to now
two
being a part
extra.
of it.
Yeah, the two extra. And I just started crying. And Micholo was so happy. We hugged it out. And modeling stuff. They had to pick us. We went for lunch. And on the bus, like on the tour bus, I called my mom like, oh, guess what? You don't have to start off now. I'm still in the competition.
She must have been
go and
get for you.
Yeah, like go and get me a dress now. We have 2 weeks to prepare for the final.
Yeah.
And on that day, I remember my family was having a braai. Like they were all excited. So like at the back of the phone, everyone was so happy. Like, oh, this is amazing. Our girl is still in the competition. And unfortunately, I didn't win Miss Zambia. Micholo won.
Yeah, she did. Oh, that's the one she got.
That's the one she won, yes. Micholo won. And of course, I was still happy for my girl. Still my province.
Right.
And we're still doing it. The 2 girls.
Yeah.
After that, I decided to take a step back because I realized I didn't know much about modeling and I was
Even
a
after
newbie.
doing Miss Zambia?
Yes.
For real?
That's why I always tell girls, like, if you lose, it's not time to give up. It's time to learn your mistakes. It's time for you to see, like, where did I go wrong? What is it that the person who won had that I didn't have?
Right.
And I decided to take that time and just learn. So that was 2014, 15, 16, 17. In 2017, that's when they introduced Miss Universe back to Zambia.
Right. So from Miss Zambia to 2018, what's happening in between here? No pageants?
In between, there was no pageants. I was doing fashion shows now. So I did Miss Zambia. Yeah. I did Lusaka July. I did other small shows too.
Right.
Yeah. And then there was an R&G model search.
Oh, yeah, yes, I remember.
Yes,
that.
I did that one as well. And I was second position. So from then, I'm like, oh, I think I do have stage presence now. Yeah. I think I can do something big. So after Miss Universe was introduced, I went to watch in 2017 and I was seeing the girls on stage. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And while I was in the crowd...
What 2017? Was it Isabel?
Isabel. Yeah, the one Isabel won. Well. I was watching. And then while in the crowd, I'm like, I think next year I'm going to audition for this.
Yeah?
I'll give it a try. And my friend is like, yeah, let's do this. Next year, you must be the one to audition. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll look out for it. So from then, I was still learning my stuff, still trying to see what models do, how they dress, how they sit, how they walk, how they talk, and all that.
Yeah.
And then 2018 came. I think the auditions were somewhere in April, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere there.
Towards the beginning of the year,
Yeah, I think it was April. And then I went for the audition. And then for the audition itself, I don't know what came over me. I was so scared. Like I walked into the room and I found 4 ladies judging.
Yeah.
And I was scared. I'm like, okay, Melba, you got this. You can do this.
Yeah.
I did my audition. I wasn't sure if I was going to be picked. Fortunate enough, I was picked. And from then, I would practice almost every day how to walk. And I had this tall mirror that I would walk into every day on my heels in a very small space in the living room. Like we are practicing. We have to do this.
Yeah.
And then, my time came. Pageant came and I won.
Absolutely amazing, man. 2018 was great because I remember the handover ceremony when Isabel, because you took over from her.
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing, man. And I think you and her are actually one of the most popular Miss Universe we've had, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think those were absolutely big. How does life change for you now after 2018?
After 2018, my life took 360s back.
Yeah?
It took a whole 180.
For real?
Like from this girl that doesn't want to be known, isn't known by people, to this girl who is in everyone's eyes.
Wow.
People want to see what you're doing. They want to see what you're wearing. They want to talk about the mistakes you're making.
Yeah.
And at the back of my mind, I'm like, guys, it's my first time doing this. Don't judge me. I've never been in the public eye.
Yeah.
But of course, my country people, they'll judge everything.
Zambians.
Yeah. They'll go ahead.
Have all the time in the world.
Of course, they have an opinion about everything. And they know it all.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah. That's crazy. Seeing you on that stage at the Miss Universe, I think the whole country, we were so proud. It almost felt like we were watching a soccer match, like Zambia's playing, what I mean? It was absolutely amazing. And I think in history, in time, it was the only time that I think we came together. I saw a lot of support when it comes to modeling and fashion, because it was
huge.
Amazing.
It was huge. I can't lie.
Even if you didn't get it, I'm sure you could feel how much
everyone
people were
was
proud of
still
you.
so happy that I felt the love.
Yeah.
I still felt the love. Yeah. It was amazing.
It was really great, and we were really proud on how you represented the country there. Yeah. And from there now, how do you see the state of the modeling industry right now?
The modeling industry at the moment, it does have a lot of potential. It just needs the right people in the forefront. We really need to push for it as organizers and models ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we can't just leave one thing to the other. We have to work hand in hand. So we do have a lot of potential, and we do have very good looking girls they're good looking, they do have the potential, they speak well, they do everything well. All they need is just the person to coach them and throw them in the right direction, the right path.
Yeah, and I still feel like the modeling industry hasn't really been given the light of day when it comes to the corporates coming in to sponsor. It's almost like a tall hill to climb when it comes to getting sponsorship, even just to convince somebody to jump on a fashion show or a beauty pageant as a major sponsor. What do you think is that, though?
When it comes to our corporates, I really don't understand why they don't want to give the modeling industry a listening ear, because we're at the front when it comes to anything to do with marketing.
Absolutely.
Yes, give me any product, I'm ready to sell it. Be it a telecoms company, be it an insurance company, be it a bank, anything. You need a face. You need a person who's convincing enough. Sometimes it doesn't even talk about a hospital. You can still use a model to advertise a hospital.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't say the models are the problem. We do try.
Yeah.
We do try to put ourselves there and say we can sell your products, but somehow I feel they don't take us serious.
Yeah.
And mostly they are not ready to pay.
Yeah. Maybe I think they haven't warmed up to modeling as an industry.
Yes.
And I think a lot of work has to be done for people to actually recognize and say, hey, listen, this is what it is. Because I think modeling has got a lot of potential in the country right now. And if you look at any marketing campaigns, it's models in there most of the time. And they're actually supported on an individual capacity and not like a whole industry. So it's really crazy, man. And I think, do you think this is going to change anytime? Because look at other countries. I mean, you've traveled, you've seen how countries support pageants, like some presidents putting out statements about a contestant who's
Don't
out
even
there,
go far. Look at South Africa.
Yeah.
The whole government is in support of Miss Essay. We have big companies in the forefront of Miss Essay.
Yeah.
So why can't we do the same? Why can't our government pick it up and say this is under Ministry of Tourism?
Yeah.
We have 3 major pageants. When the girls are going, we're going to pay licenses. We're going to have big companies dressing these girls. We're going to have big companies supporting this. So when the girl is going there, she's ready. She looks wardrobe ready. She can speak what she's sent there to do.
Because she's representing the country. Flag.
You know what happens when you go to represent, like when I went to Miss Universe, very few people knew my name there. They'll just call you Zambia.
Yeah.
So the moment you leave your country, I was no longer Melba. I was now Zambia. Everywhere I go, every airport they see me, I'm carrying my flag. Hi Zambia, that's it. So why can't the country itself, the government, support it? Because now it's not about me. It's about my country.
Yeah.
So why can't my country support me?
Have efforts been made to reach out, maybe for the government to really understand what this is about and maybe to take keen interest?
We do try. Like I remember after my reign, when Miss Universe 2019 was supposed to go, we did apply. I'm one of the people that actually went to the Ministry of Tourism offices, Vice President's office. I went there just to ask for money, but it's not easy.
Couldn't happen.
Nah.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen.
Break this barrier, man.
It couldn't happen, and even when they were ready to release the money, it's like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah. Like after the long wait, and then it's
the long wait. Yes.
You know.
And even then, you're going there. It's a country. Look at. You're a model.
Yeah.
You have to look the part.
Absolutely.
So now a girl is going there. She's not wardrobe ready.
Yeah.
Where's the confidence going to come from?
Yeah.
I'm looking at my friends from different countries wearing all these chic clothes. They look clean, and then I'm just going to there look dirty. You think I'm going to be confident when you throw me on stage?
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I see.
So it's not just about the government has to come in, sponsors do have to come in.
Yeah.
All these big companies just have to chip in. Because when the girls go in there, we're still gonna say, oh, wardrobe sponsored by so and so and so.
Absolutely.
This girl's using this phone, it's sponsored by this company. Shoes are coming from so and so and so. Makeup, hair, all of that has to be included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I could be wrong though, because I think when it comes to modeling, there's a thin line between being a model and hoeing. You understand? Instagram, everybody is a model. They want to call themselves
I can
models
pose and take a picture.
Yeah. Their bio says model, and when people see that, they'll be like, so this is modeling.
Of course.
So it happens.
Yeah.
How do we control this so that at least models, professional models, get the dignity they deserve, and then the rest just remain on Instagram?
I think one thing we need to work on that is there in other countries that we don't have now. Models pay tax.
Is it?
Yes. I think that's how come they are able to be respected as they are.
Yeah.
And in our country, they just don't take us seriously.
So you need to be certified as a model or registered.
Yes, you need to be
something like that.
And you're paying tax. Trust me, if ZRA recognized me and said, from whatever modeling gig I'm doing, I'm paying such a percentage.
To the
Trust
government.
me, ZRA will be on my ass anytime they know you're doing a gig. Anytime a pay is coming to my bank, they know they're getting their cut.
Right.
And like that, you will get the respect you deserve because the whole country knows I'm a taxpayer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that's one of the things that we need to work on. One way they need to introduce a way that you can be licensed as a model. And as you are licensed, you have your number to recognize you, and that is a number you're using to pay your tax on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing stuff. Those are things we need to be putting out there and, let the government understand, because I think now we have a government that really
if there's anyone watching, I think I would like to work with that initiative. I'm willing to put that in place. I think that way we'll gain the recognition and respect we do deserve.
Absolutely amazing, man. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And you are one of the people that has a large social media following and presence as well. What do you think of social media now, as opposed to maybe, say, 5 years ago?
Social media now is where everything is. People are spending in 24 hours of the day, I think people are spending, say, 17, 18 hours. Online.
Yeah.
If you want to sell anything, go to social media. If you want to buy anything, go to social media. If you want to spread news, go there. Media. If you want to hear news, it's a place to go.
Yeah.
So I think it's, for us here in Zambia, I would say it's an untapped marketing firm. Something that we have to look into. If you want to grow big, if you want to grow yourself, throw yourself on social media.
Yeah. And we still have that other bunch that still uses social media to drag people. Like, even Twitter is a toxic place now. Like, they don't want to see you do great. Like, everybody's just,
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's a norm. I mean, even Facebook now, they're always like, oh, who are we dragging today?
Yeah.
Who's done something wrong? I think there's a WhatsApp group somewhere. Like, okay, guys, you search there. I'll be dealing with this stuff. Who are we going to drag today?
Wow, it's a full-time job, but
that's not what we're supposed to use social media for. We can use it for the better.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's an online free platform, and it's not thoroughly inspected. There's people of different age groups there.
Right.
We have young ones who are unfortunate enough that they don't have the supervision from their parents. They get to see this bad side of social media because they're not being watched by their parents.
Right.
So you as a person, you have to take it upon yourself to say, I need to be a better human. This I'm posting here. What if someone younger is going to see it?
Absolutely.
So let's not leave it out to the parents. You as a person, you also have to say, okay.
Personal responsibility.
Personal responsibility. What's the target audience for this? How many people are going to watch this? How open is my profile? Like, I have all my social media platforms public.
Yeah.
So when I'm posting something, of course I do get offline sometimes. But I always have to keep in mind, like, okay, this I can't post. This is okay for me to post. This, And I have my family on there as well. I have young ones. And they're watching. And they've got mates at school who, if their auntie messes up, they're going to laugh at them.
Absolutely.
I don't want my nieces and nephews and younger cousins to be the laughing stock in their school.
Yeah. I've always wondered, man, like, what does it feel like to have such a big following on social media? Like, do you feel like you're being watched all the time?
Not
Don't
really.
mind us with our 2K followers. We're good. We're fine. We do whatever you want.
Not really. I don't feel like I'm being watched. Really, like, hope something is hovering over me. No, I don't. I just do what I have to do. At the end of the day, I also have to. I know I'm mindful of whoever's gonna watch, but I also have to be happy. Yeah. I have to post what's gonna make me happy.
Right.
I don't want to post something that in the next 2 days I'm like, wait, what is this I posted? Like, nowadays Facebook is bringing memories and you're like, oh my God, I posted this 10 years ago, and you're there trying to delete it. I have to delete this. So of course I did make mistakes back then. I did post nonsense, but I don't want 10 years from now, I'm like, Melba. What is this you were posting? Delete it. I don't want to have that moment 10 years from now.
Yeah. Like I remember waking up one time and you were trending all over, like across Africa. How does it feel like you just wake up and then you're all over social media? And this time around, not for Miss Universe, but for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? And you click everywhere. It's like, oh, news everywhere. Everybody's talking about you, man. And for most of the people, when they heard your story, like I was one of the people, like, she stabbed someone. They're like, which hands? No, come on, guys. Please.
Yeah.
What was the situation there, though?
I think somehow I was mentally prepared that was gonna happen.
For real?
Yes, because before the story went on social media, I was already being threatened about it.
Is it?
Yes. And everyone around me was aware of it. And I think hours before it happened, they told me, this person is gonna go ahead. Expect anything. And I wasn't expecting social media. I was expecting like news, like newspapers. And like on the ZMBC itself. That's what I was expecting.
Because some of the media houses that carried it, especially outside, were like some of the notables were like, oh,
yes,
serious?
Yes. So that's what I was expecting. So I knew it was going to come. So it wasn't like a blow to my face, like, oh shit.
And I love how she handled it. Like, it just died a natural death.
Yeah, like it didn't just come. So when such happens, you have to mentally prepare yourself. Like, okay, we are at this age now. We are about to fall. Are we gonna fly or just hit rock bottom?
Absolutely. I love how you managed it. Who was managing you that time?
I was already Miss Universe, so I was working with Alice then.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, so she sat me down and she says, I'm sorry this has happened to you, but life happens to everyone.
Like,
and it's not always that you get to a level and people will be happy for you. Some want to just leech off whatever little fame you have.
True.
So you have to handle it very well. Do not respond. Do not say anything. If anybody calls you,
just keep
do not
quiet.
give a statement. Just be quiet about it. And went about my day, and we sat in the room. My mom came because she was equally worried, like, how's my daughter doing? So we just sat in a room and we started chatting. Like nothing is going on. Like life just went. Of course I was low because and everyone was worried, like we can't leave her alone.
Absolutely.
So my mom, my sister, Alice was there. Everyone, we just sat in the room, we're chatting about different things. I don't remember what we were talking about. But like just other things. I was just coming back from my first vacation as Miss Universe. So now we're catching up on that. We're looking at pictures.
Right.
And that was it.
And the timing though, like just at the time when you're just coming back and then boom.
The story spread while I was mid-air. I didn't even see it there and then.
Wow.
So now imagine I landed and I still haven't figured my phone and I was on my way home. So I'm at the traffic lights and my friend sends it to my WhatsApp. I just opened my phone. I'm like, oh, okay, it's happening.
It seemed like a sweet person though. Did you stab him?
No, I didn't.
He was lying.
No, he was lying. I bit him with my mouth.
Is it?
My teeth, yeah.
Would you describe that as an abusive relationship that you ran away from?
It wasn't a relationship to say.
Is it?
We were getting to know each other. And then I don't know if he was, it was abusive. I was getting to know him and then I noticed some red flags. So I tell this person, I can't do this. I can't see you
Can't go
anymore.
on,
Yeah. And then he calls me like, oh, okay, let's have one last dinner. So I went over, we have one last dinner to just iron everything out. There's
Right.
nothing going on. Okay, fine. And then while we're doing that, this person gets my phone from my bag without me noticing.
What?
Yeah. So he stole my phone. And then I come back, I'm about to leave. I don't have my phone. So I'm like, can I have my phone back?
Yeah.
He's like, no, you have to see it. You have to tell me. You can work this out. I really like you. Da 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 da. I'm like, that's not how it works. When someone tells you they don't like you, they don't like you.
That's
so
it.
you have to leave
It's curtains,
them.
bro.
Yeah. And he didn't want to listen. So now I'm charging. I'm like, I need my phone. I need to go.
Yeah.
He's like, no, just I'm like, no, I'm not having this. And he decided to act funny.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's do something. If you want to get your phone back, let's do something. I'm like, no.
Like what? That's
Yeah.
blackmail. Like what are you
So
doing?
now he was holding me, and well, I was quite defenseless. This person is big, and I'm like very
Yeah.
small. So there's like a hand passing over my neck,
Yeah.
and the only thing I could do was use my mouth. So I bit his mouth until I tasted blood in my mouth.
It was
And
that
then-
intense.
I can't fight, Charlie. Look at my hands.
Yeah.
And I was smaller than this, so I can't fight.
So
I had to-
heartless. Hey, how can you start
Yes, I
manhandling?
can't fight, and
Yeah.
then I you know, when you're in a moment, sometimes you just feel like if I don't use this little last strength I have,
Yeah.
this
something's
person
gonna
will go
happen to
ahead
you,
and do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I did what I had to do, and then when he saw like, okay, now, like I think he felt the pain,
Yeah.
so he let go of me, and then he pushed me to the ground. So now I'm lying on the ground. I've hit my head, not sure if I can stand. So I just grabbed my bag and I walked out.
You left your phone. Did you get it?
No, I did. I never got it back up to now.
Wow.
Yeah. So I walk out and I start calling for help.
Yeah.
Yeah, then now he's begging like, no, don't cause drama. What. And that I'm traumatized.
Yeah, true.
So from there, I got on the taxi and I went home. And from there, I changed my phone, and this person started coming back. Like, I don't know how he always used to get numbers.
Even after you change your line, he still managed to get
Started texting me again. No, I'm sorry.
He wasn't
No,
having
can
it.
work.
He wasn't having it.
So that incident happened like 3 or 4 months before Miss Universe. Before I even auditioned for Miss Universe.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So now the period of even from when it happened, I entered Miss Universe, did my whole thing, and now he would always text me like,
Yeah.
don't think you're gonna get so big when you do Miss Universe. What if you don't even win this pageant?
Oh, wow.
That, like, it was always one thing after another. And then he started threatening my family. Like, I'm gonna find out where you live. I'm gonna bomb your place. It was so much drama.
Yeah.
And then the person I was before, I wouldn't just talk.
Yeah.
I would always just keep it in me. And no one knew.
Right.
Yeah. So there were threats, like, I think he's bipolar. So today he would threaten you. Tomorrow he would try to be sweet. Like, no, please, I want this. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
You can make a good girlfriend and all that. I'm like, you already almost killed me.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I don't
And you
even
know
want
what?
anything.
And you know one good thing is, and we see this a lot, like you notice the red flags and you want it
Yeah.
out immediately. Why do you think women still stay, even seeing 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 red flags, but they still stay?
I think somehow it's knowing what you want for yourself. Yes, you need to know what you want for yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, I always tell myself there's always someone better. Like, I can be in this happy, everything is there, relationship, couple goals, everything is there. The love, the money,
Yeah.
the spoils. And if I notice something I don't like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay and say, oh no, but he's my head. No, I am leaving.
Leave the BMW, the monies and everything.
I'm out. I'm going. Because I know, even as I am with you, trust me, there's someone bigger than you. There's someone better than you.
Always.
There's more inches. There's more money bundles.
Yeah,
So
especially inches. Yeah, inches. There's always the...
there's longer inches somewhere. So I'm leaving. And I know what's for me will always find me.
Yeah.
And I think because of that notion that I always have at the back of my mind, I always find bigger inches.
Yeah. 100%.
I always find bigger bundles. So So I think I'm okay.
Crazy, man. You've been congratulations. You have a brand
Yes.
that have you already launched or you're launching soon?
I launched already.
Okay. Tell us a bit more about the beauty products first of all.
About my cosmetics.
Yeah.
That one was inspired by an accident. Yes. So 2 years ago, I was in an accident while I was having a shower. It happened like in July. Yeah, this July makes it 2 years.
Last year. Oh, 2 years ago.
This July makes it 2 years. Yeah. So a year and months. I was in an accident. I was having a shower.
Yeah.
And the hot water part of the pipe burst. And so my skin melted, like my hand, my back, and my sides.
Eish.
Like it all just fell out.
And, you know, I always take time to, you know, how to balance like the cord and the...
Yeah.
15 minutes, I end up
just waiting, like,
hot water, like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. And I love hot water. Even after that accident, I love hot water.
Yeah.
I can't... Have you ever seen me inside a swimming pool?
Not that I've seen pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You will see pictures in a bikini, but you'll never find me in cold water. So I love hot water.
Yeah.
So I was done having my shower. So I closed the cold water already, and I was trying to close the hot water side. So where the knob is where the pipe burst from. So it was faulty. So that water was coming directly from the geyser.
Yeah.
And it just burnt out my entire skin, like everywhere, my back, my hands, and my sides.
Ooh.
Yeah. And after that, I love my skin. I swore to try and work on it and get it at least to an extent that would make it presentable, you know?
Yeah.
So I went to the hospital first, and the thing they're telling me is, no, we have to graft it.
What's grafting?
Where they get skin from other parts of my body and put it there.
Yeah,
like
I hear they like
butt.
the back part, like then they put it.
Yeah, so now I'm listening to this doctor. He's telling me, no, we have to graft your skin. What. And they booked me. Like everything was set. So, okay, the operation is going to be done tomorrow at 7.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, like it was really bad.
Whoa.
At 7 in the morning and I'm like, do I have to spend the night? They were like, yeah. I'm like, I've never spent a night in hospital, by the way. Like as a patient. No, I've never.
Never been sick?
No.
Wow.
Well, I've been sick, but why am I going
to the point where you just admitted your name.
I've never. So I'm telling them, like, can I go home and then I can come back early? Like, I can even be here at 4 if you have to prepare me for surgery. I'm like, okay, if you insist, no problem. It's a private hospital. Yeah. They're okay with it. Okay, cool. So I went home and I'm sitting in bed and I'm looking at all these videos of skin grafting, pictures. And I was just frightened. And I just said, no.
You shouldn't have Googled.
I am not going for this operation.
Yeah.
I am not going. So the next day, the hospital is trying to call me from like 5. And I like to sleep with my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
Do Not Disturb, silent. You're not going to reach me until I wake up.
Yeah.
They're trying to call me what. My friends, everyone is trying to call my mom. Like, yo, you're scheduled for surgery at 7. And I just said, I woke up around 8 actually.
Yeah.
And I see all these missed calls and I call back my mom like, oh, what's going on? No, I'm not going.
What
do you mean? I just
cancelled.
I'm not going for that surgery. You know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that surgery. And everyone's like, you know what? Leave her.
Yeah.
Because I live alone. So I was alone in the house. So like, no, just leave her. Let her calm down.
Yeah.
She'll change her mind. She'll be okay. She'll change her mind.
Yeah.
Call the hospital and they're scheduled for another day. Okay, she'll be back. And they were okay with it. And I just never called back. I never went back. I'm like, no. My skin, one thing I know about my skin, it heals like Wolverine.
Yeah.
You've watched the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, just patches up.
So you just knew that it was going to patch up.
I told myself I will work on this and it will heal. So I started studying what would work for my skin. I was reading all about it. I was Googling it. I was watching videos. Okay, I've got burnt skin. This is my skin type. What can I use for it? And 2 years down the line, very few people can tell I've ever been burnt before.
That's really nice. Yeah. So that was like the beginning of the product.
Yes, that's what inspired the products. Wow. So now
just show us what's in here.
Okay, so here we have this is a scrub. Jeez. Yeah, so this is a sugar scrub.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. You can smell it.
Okay.
Smells like
It's
food.
Sugar, like you just put,
No,
put
it's
in
sugar
coffee
scrub.
and some-
Don't eat.
Yeah.
It has some oils in it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you use it when you're having a bath. After you're done with your scrubbing, you just scrub it on your skin, wet your skin,
And then
and
we have this.
then these are it's the same thing.
Okay.
So these are soothing oils.
Right.
Yeah, I use them for my face, but because I'm greedy, I'm using it for my whole body, and it,
Yeah.
it works so well.
Oh yeah.
It's evening out my skin. It's hydrating. It's an antioxidant,
Yeah.
and it just soothes out. If you
Wow.
have sunburns and everything, this is your go-to.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, and
Amazing
then
stuff.
there should be a body butter that you use for your oil, for like the whole
Oh, yeah,
skin.
yeah, there's something else here. So I thought it was something.
Yeah, I hope it's no, it's a sugar as well. But yeah,
It's the same thing.
it's the same thing. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a body butter that you use for your whole skin.
Okay.
Its main ingredient is shea butter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so shea butter is like the best ingredient for black skin, and
Okay.
with this type of weather that we have here,
Yeah, and it's getting cold. It's getting
it's
chilly.
getting cold. So I don't expect to see people moving with ashy skin. Like it's cold, but you need
I
to
know,
glow.
right? Yeah.
still need to
where
look
can people
glow.
get the product?
I have a Facebook and Instagram for it.
Mm.
Numbers, prices, everything is on there.
Yeah.
So you can just send a message with your order, and the
Yeah.
product
So
will be
if they have to
delivered
search
to
on
you.
social media, what do they search for?
GLW by mail.
All right.
Yes, the Instagram and Facebook numbers and everything there.
Yeah. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, and I'm currently delivering countrywide. So
Oh, yeah. So you can
everywhere.
order from anywhere.
Any
like,
parts
you'll
of
just be able
Zambia,
to-
yes,
Yeah.
to be
That's
delivered
amazing.
to you.
Excited about your shoe line as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the shoe line is one that I'm also working on.
Okay.
Currently do not have a physical store,
Yeah.
but God willing, in the next few months, I'm gonna open up something.
Yeah.
So that's under.
So we have shoes in it.
We do have, but I have some on my feet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I do
Amazing
have
stuff.
some on my feet. Yeah. So the shoes will be coming up. I really want to. Right now we're working as a online store as well,
Right.
but I really need the shoes to go as a physical store, so
Oh,
the
yeah.
ladies can have variety. They can try them on. They can
Yes.
see what's according to their taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Amazing stuff.
Bangis Couture on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing, man. So for you now, it's products as well as your shoe line. What's next going forward?
What's next? I have these two babies that I have to grow for
Yeah.
now, and until they can support themselves,
Yeah.
then I can work on something different.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You're so innovative and so creative in what you do. So, in closing, as I let you go, I always ask people this question: when it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember Melba for?
When it's all said and done, when they're about to bury me, I don't see myself dying.
Nobody ever. Sees
I don't see
themselves
myself
dying.
dying,
No one runs to
but
that.
in case I do,
Yeah.
and you watch this and I'm gone, I want you to remember me as the person who is always ready to radiate positivity, always ready to bring happiness into a room. I like seeing people happy, so I want to go out of my way to see the next person to me happy, smiling, and just feel confident about themselves. They need to be happy with themselves before they expect happiness from another person.
Yeah.
So I want to instill that into any person that runs my path.
Right.
So you can remember me as a bowl of happiness, a happy chappy, mother positivity, and the girl with the glowing skin.
Absolutely. Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Till next week. It's bye for now.